Hello, welcome or welcome back. I thought to make the video that I was talking about, which was about the owl. I think it was a week or two ago that I noticed on my way to running my errands, I was noticing a lot of owls. And then when I saw on the license plate in front of me the actual word owl, I knew that the owl was trying to get my attention and had a message. And initially, in one of my shorts, I just used my wild animal oracle deck that I have, and I read from the oracle book. And it said what we most of us know about owl, which was the wisdom part. But something felt lacking. I feel like there was something more to this. And yes, most of us know. Even when we were little, like in cartoons, if you remember, the owl was the wise one. And so we associate owls with wisdom. But I felt like that wasn't the full message that the owl was trying to give that day. So just sitting with it and just thinking about an owl. And when we think of an owl, most of the time, the image that comes in our mind is a bird, the owl, sitting on a tree branch and being very still, and their big beautiful eyes and how they can turn their neck completely and just sit still, just wait. And they don't ever seem like they're in a hurry, that they're in a rush. Yet you can never say that it's not purposeful. There's no reason for them to just sit, still the way they are, which is interesting. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just sharing my thoughts and my feelings about this. And I am also curious because I feel like even with what I'm sharing, there's more to this. And I guess that's the fun of it. Just, just reflecting on things like this. Sometimes answers come later or as we're talking about it. I would love to hear your opinions about what you think an owl would represent or what message it would have. But yeah, we normally would imagine, or even when we actually see an owl, we will see them on a branch and still and with their captivating eyes. And it doesn't ever seem like they're in a rush. They sit still and they wait and they hear. And apparently, I always thought that, they're really good with their sight for obvious reasons. But I didn't know that they're also very good with hearing. And it just feels like while they are still like that, they get to hear things that others might overlook, or they get to see things, I guess, see and hear things that others might overlook. So maybe the message could be that instead of rushing to attain the answer, just sitting, which at the moment right now for me it's very difficult to do. I feel like I know that the best thing would be for me to just slow down a little and just go within, not even necessarily with my eyes closed, but just focus, the owl's focus, right? And hear what most people wouldn't hear or what you wouldn't usually hear. See what you usually would overlook or what most people will overlook. And in those fine betweens, you'll get your answers. And be patient, like an owl is patient. I'm getting excited about this. I feel like it's one of those things that you could just sit and go on and think about. But yeah, this was something, and truthfully, I was thinking that I would have it all prepared. I would do my homework and my research, and maybe it's more fun just having a free flow conversation. And like I said, um, I invite you to, if you're comfortable, to share what are your thoughts um, about this topic. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.